Hello and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. So today, unlike last video, I'm going to be going over weapons. I mean, there's no better place to start than weapons when you're in Genshin Impact. Alright, so as you can see, right now on my Bennett, I've got Prototype Rancor equipped because it has physical damage bonus, which I don't use. But look, its refinement rank is 2, and listen to this. On hit, normal or charge attacks increased attack and defense by 5% for 6 seconds. Max 4 stacks. This effect can only occur every 0.3 seconds. Now, if we compare this to the Favonius Sword, which has energy recharge, which would technically be better than Bennett, crit hits have a 60% chance to generate a small amount of elemental particles, which will regenerate 6 energy for the character. Can only occur once every 12 seconds. So if you are comparing them, then it would be Favonius Sword. It's better, right? Well, that actually does kind of matter. You know, everything that was said and done back there does matter, but the problem is its based attack. So compare this base attack with this. Look, it's completely puny compared to Prototype Rancor. And I don't know if that's really going to help me a lot. This is why you need to think. When you're in your weapon selection, what would be the best weapon for you? Well, even compared to a 4-star, a 3-star weapon can still be good. Like, look. I did not mean to equip that. Switch this. Compare. So, if I go here, enhance, refine, boom. Alright, so when HP is above 90%, increased crit rate by 24.5%. Next rank will be when HP is above 90%, increases crit rate by 28%. So your crit rate's gonna go up, but your base attack damage will go down. That's what happens when you refine a weapon. You can get better things, but it's more common to get a 3-star weapon than a 4-star weapon or a 5-star weapon. See? On my 5-star weapon, I'm using it on my main DPS, obviously, because of the base attack. If you're going to have a 5-star weapon, use it on your main DPS. It has the highest base attack. And it has an insane physical damage bonus for me, which is an amazing thing because Kaching's build, if it's physical, it's amazing. And if you look at this, a Falcon's Defiance, attack is increased by 20%. Attack is increased by 20%. Period. Triggers on taking damage. The soul of the Falcon of the West awakens, holding the banner of resistance aloft, regenerating HP equal to 100% of the attack, and it's dealing 200% of attack as damage surrounding opponents. This effect can only occur once every 15 seconds. That is completely overpowered if you compare it to other things. Now, if we're going to go into bows, you can compare this Favonius Warbow to the Compound Bow. First, let's just look at this. So, the Favonius Warbow. Crit hits have a 60% chance to regenerate a small amount of elemental particles, which will regenerate 6 energy for the character. It can only occur once every 12 seconds. Now, this is amazing for Diona. So, this is what I've got currently equipped. And it's amazing because what it'll do is it will allow me to basically have a completely better like, I'll be able to recharge faster for Diona. So then I can basically just heal my characters faster. And energy recharge is higher, which means when I use her regular ability, it'll recharge faster. And if we go to the compound bow, physical damage bonus. I do not need that because Diona doesn't use physical damage. She uses cryo damage, ice damage, basically. So that's useless. Normal attacks and charge attacks hits increase attack by 4%. That's puny. And normal attack speed by 1.2% for 6 seconds. Max 4 stacks can only occur every 0.3 seconds. That's sad. See? If you're looking at different bows, then you can compare it to a 3-star, for instance. Increases damage against weak spots by 36%. Now that is great, but the only downside is its base attack, and since it does crit damage too, that's amazing. But its base attack is so low. Even if it's just not leveled up enough, it's still going to be way lower than my Favonius Warbow. Now, if we're looking at sacrificial, it's pretty similar to the Favonius Warbow. After damaging an opponent with an elemental skill, the skill has a 40% chance to end its own CD. Can only occur once every 30 seconds. That's okay. That's not very good, but it's okay. As you can see, Favonius Warbow is definitely the best option, as you can see here. You've got to be precise when you're choosing a weapon. Like, I don't use Fischl, so I'm just going to put this bow on her. And I don't use Amber, so I never really leveled up this bow. So, let's just look at Greatsword users now. So this is Chongyun's Claymore. Basically, physical damage bonus. It's pretty useless on Chongyun, but look. His sword's ability. Hitting an opponent with a normal and charged attack has a 60% chance of forming and then dropping an Everfrost icicle above them, dealing AoE damage equal to 80% of the attack. If you don't know what AoE damage means, it's area of effect, so big area of damage. Opponents affected by cryo instead dealt damage equal to 200% of attack. Can only occur once every 10 seconds. So this is amazing, because if they're frozen, I do 200 attack, and it recharges every 10 seconds. Now, I know what you're thinking. If we compare it to Prototype Arcanic, which on hit, normal, or charge attacks have a 50% chance to deal an additional 240% attack damage to opponents with a small AoE, within a small AoE. Can only occur once every 15 seconds. So this recharges faster, the Snow Entombed Star Silver, and it's got a higher base attack, even though it has physical damage bonus, which is useless for Chongyun. So it would be a better option than Prototype Arcanic, in my opinion. But you can choose what you want. And if you want to find how to get the Snow Entombed Star Silver, you'll have to complete a bunch of quests on Dragonspine Mountain once you get it, which is this big mountain right here. I'm zooming in on. You'll have to get it all right there. There's several guide videos that you can use from different YouTubers out there, lots of them. But now we'll look at this, because why not? So if we're going over grimoires, or whatever they call them nowadays, a catalyst. I'm going to use this for my Ningguang, obviously, because this is a 5-star weapon. It's going to have more damage, and it has crit rate, which is amazing for Ningguang. And then Thrilling Trails of a Dragon Slayer for Barbara, because of its ability. When switching characters, the new character taking the field has their attack increased by 42% for 10 seconds. This effect can only occur once every 20 seconds, which is around the time that Barbara uses to recharge. So it's actually perfect for Barbara, and for Ningguang, Increases movement speed by 10%. That's great. When in battle, gain an 8% elemental damage bonus every 4 seconds. Max 4 stacks. That's amazing as well. Lasts until the character falls or leaves combat. See, that's amazing. This is why you've got to pay attention to your weapons, because if you don't get a good weapon, or if you don't get the right weapon that you should have, then you may be missing out on a lot of cool stuff that you could be having. A lot of usefulness and cool stuff. Like, for instance, if I were using a different sort of Ching than I would be using right now, I would be doing a puny amount of damage compared to what I'm doing right now, which is up in like 3,000s. So this is just a little showing of how you should deal with weapons and which ones you should equip and not equip. Of course, you're going to be limited. Well, I'll see you guys. Well, the point is that you're going to be limited on resources if you're free to play. If you're pay to play, you're going to have a lot of resources, a lot of different weapons and characters probably. That would be my guess, or at least. You're going to have more than a free to play. But my point is, make sure you choose your weapons precisely, and you should level up ones that would really help out your team. More than ones that will just not help them out at all. So that's all for today, and I'll see you all later. Bye.